Hi, this is Stephanie with Simply Pilates. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another Tabata style workout. 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Our workout's going to consist of 5 minutes of cardio. 5 minutes, we're going to be working on our hips. That's going to be our focus body part today. And then the last 5 minutes, we're going to be doing some core. Core is pretty much fired up through the whole thing. This is a primarily Pilates based workout. So while the cueing will have a lot of Pilates cues as far as posture, alignment, spinal articulation, connection through the core. So as soon as you're ready, go ahead and stand up, have your mat ready. You don't need anything but your mat and your body. And we're gonna start to warm up, rolling shoulders back, already finding our connection in core. Lifting up through pelvic floor, feeling core sitting in of the abdominals, roll forward through shoulders. Soft, a little bend in the knees, but feel full pressure of big toe, pinky toe, and heel. That triangle of the foot completely grounded into the mat. Good job. We're gonna warm up hips. So we're gonna circle the bowl, little bit of a bend in the knees. We circle all the way around. Big motion. We're trying to scrape out a bowl. And we reverse direction of the hips, staying connected through those low abs. We want to protect that low back. While we shift around from side to side, postures up, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good job. Going from side to side. So hips are shifting back. I'm going to show you from the side what it looks like. We're just going back from side to side. Our knee that's bending is staying behind those toes. So we want to shift back in the hips, holding through lower abdominals, keeping that back nice and flat. Chest is lifted, collarbone wide, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel like you could take your arms out, go a little bit more in the core, keeping those arms lifted through the side. 3 and 2 and 1. Coming on up. We start with donkey kicks. Donkey kicks, going into a quadruped position. Wrists directly under shoulders, one line. Toes tucked, hip distance apart. We pick up into a hover. Holding this hover, do we return to? We lift up into the shoulders, pulling in that belly. We kick the butt. Next move. We stand up. We do some skater taps from side to side. So jumping to one side of the mat, crossing back leg behind you. You touch down, trying to keep chest lifted slightly. Hopping to the other side, touch. Pressing off of that standing leg. Going to the next side, we do curtsy lunges. So we step back, beyond midpoint, postures up, hips forward. We draw down into back knee while both knees bend. We tap to the side, and we go again. We stay on that one side. Next round, we go onto the other side. Last movement, we go into a low squat. Feet about hip distance apart, lifted through tummy, slight tuck of the pelvis, collarbone wide. We tap forward into our heels while we stay low. So from the side, looks like this. Shifting long through the heel, feeling this in the quads, feeling this in the glutes. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start the time. Come on down to the mat. We start with our donkey kicks. Few seconds here, 2, 1, tuck toes. Here we go, we lift and we kick, and we kick. So remember, this is the cardio portion. You only got 5 minutes here. Pull in that belly, tuck the pelvis, land on soft knees, pressing through toes, jump, pulling glutes to bum. Woo. More than halfway there. Pressing through heels of the hands and fingertips. Almost there. We're going to stand up next for our skater taps. And we lower down. Rest for our 20 seconds. We get to our standing. Woo, for skater taps. So again, we're jumping side to side, staying connected, lifted wide through collarbone. Here we go. Soft knees throughout on our landing. We shift back and down, jump to the other side and down. So preparing for that curtsy lunge that's coming next. So hips are opening, crossing over. Again, more of a burn, a little faster. Remember, this is the cardio part. Want to get that heart rate up. We only have 5 moves. Want to get an hour-long workout. You just repeat this circuit 3 times through. So the 5-minute becomes a 15-minute portion. Whew. So curtsy lunges. Stabilizing right leg. Shifting back left. Whew, get your breath. Get some water. Make sure you have room behind you. Here we go. We swing back. Posture up. Draw down back knee. Tap. Draw down. So you're thinking tailbone draws down to the mat. Chest is up. We're not leaning forward. We're not loosening the front line of the body. Nice and tight, engaged, hips open, and close. Almost there, we go to the other side next. And again, faster the more cardio, but don't sacrifice your form. Taking a break, this leg should be nice and hot. Fired up. You think it's the moving leg that's getting all the work done to it. Not the case, usually it's that standing leg. Get your last breath. In relax mode. Keep breathing through while we're in work mode though. In through the nose, exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Notice how my hips are shifting. Oh, diagonal to square. Diagonal, but body's dropping down into back knee. Tailbone draws down into earth. Both knees behind the knees are creating a 90-degree angle. No leaning forward. We're going to stay down low in our center squat next. And we're going to heel tap. So remember, our heel tap is going to be feet hip distance apart, shifting back in the hips. Heels are forward. And again, picking up the pace if you want a little bit more of a movement here. I'm going to stay to the side, shifting back in the hips. I draw forward, straight leg. I'm going to put my hands in front of me. I'm trying to stay really light on my feet. Doesn't want to sound like a herd of elephants is running through the room right now. I want it to be slight, hop, staying bent at the knees and shifted back into those hips, more than halfway there. We're going to go into our hip movements next. We'll be down on the floor. Knees are going to be apart. I'll show you quickly during our pause what that looks like. Quick. End of the line here, belly's in. Nice straight spine. Hip wipers. I'm going to take your knees nice and wide. You're either going to stick with wiping from side to side hip mobility, or you're going to go to the side, push those hips forward while you're on both knees, come back with support, and we flip. I'm just going to start. Here we go. We flip. I'm going to lift at the top. Arms are forward, out of the way. Chest stays open. Whew. Hip moves, hip mobility. You might even find yourself walking forward a little bit in this movement, trying to push your hips back. Or just scoot yourself back. We're almost there. We're going to go from a plank next to alternating runner's lunges, twisting to the sky. Again, hip opening, all about the hips. We're going to go from a plank. We're going to step forward, right foot to the outside of the right hand. You're going to pick up right hand, twist and look, holding onto that core. Hand comes down, step back, other leg forward, left foot forward, left hand to sky. Step back in a plank. Here we go. We go right. We lift, down, step back. As you step back and you step forward, you're trying to keep those hips nice and steady and low. We don't want to wobble around here. Pulling that core. Slide leg back. Pull leg in. Twisting. Keeping those hips in an imaginary sling. They stay at the same height. We lift. Down. Back. Other leg. We're going to do some campfires next. I'm going to hold the last couple seconds. Lower down. Stretch. Campfires are nice and wide. Feet are externally rotated. Fingertips are forward. Big stretch in the hips. You're going to lift up. You're going to come down. And then you're going to twist open. Twist open. Here we go. We lift, looking between the legs. We lower, getting deep into that hip. We lift right and left. Hands down. Spine is long, looking behind, looking forward, starting with left hand and then right hand. So we're alternating sides. We lift the hips. We lower down, lifting right and left. We lift up, come down. We lift left. We lift right. Oh, inner thighs are burning. Up and down. And you're done with that. Whew. Next movement, we're going to be kneeling on one leg. Other leg's going to go long. We're going to sit back, come all the way up to top. So you might want to roll up your mat if you have a sensitive knee. Whew. Taking leg out, I'm going to stay to the side. So I'm on my left knee and my right leg is out long. I shift back in the hips. You don't have to sit all the way down. Especially if you feel pressure in that knee going down all the way, you can come down partially. Focus on the lift up. Hips stay square. Feel like there's little hooks on your hips that are pulling you up to the top. Use those glutes to support the down and the lift, but try not to drop that chest. We go back and up. We're going to go into the other leg next. And then we go right into core. I know, core's working the whole time. That's on purpose. That's what makes it Pilates based. Woo. Go ahead and sit back, relax. Do a little cat-cow. Tuck of the pelvis, release that low back. Sitting up nice and tall, going into neutral. Here we go. Time starts now. And we shift back and we lift forward through hips, through lower abs. Connect to your pelvic floor right now. Feel that pelvic floor lift up, the band of abdominals from hip to hip, all connect. T-zone is fired up. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Yes. Shoulders stay down, out of the ears. Neck stays in alignment so we're not lifting or lowering that neck. We're staying in nice alignment. Almost there. Whew, good job. All right. Next, we're going to go into a nice straddle sit. If your legs are too tight to straighten them, you can add a little bit of a bend or prop yourself up on a yoga block or a rolled up blanket or just super roll up your mat. We're going to go into pulses forward. Arms are by our ears. We come forward and we pulse, growing longer with the arms. Lots of support from behind the legs. Shoulders stay out of ears. You're looking to the mat, but this is about length. We're not reaching to the floor for our stretch. We're reaching long to the other side of the wall, keeping back straight and supported. Arms are long. Becoming too much, you could put hands by the ears. No problem. Or go for a little bit more of a lengthening and support through core. We take our break. Next, we're going to be moving with the legs, pulling into midline. Arms are going to go out. We go to T. So we take in left leg and left arm, open. We go right leg, right arm. Here we go. We go for in and out, in and out. So we're thinking postural muscles. So shoulders are down, sitting up nice and tall. We're not leaning back. I'll show you from the side. Keep going. From the side, I'm tall. I'm bringing the leg in, maybe a slight shift back so I can connect to my low abs. But we're not hunching here. We're not creating room by hunching. We're really lifting up through that hip flexor, inner thigh. And we take our break. Next, we're going to go into toe dips versus bending, alternating. So we sit, we go into tabletop. If this is too much, leave one leg down while we toe tap opposite sides. Otherwise, we go into tabletop, extend one leg, go back to bend. Tabletop, extend other leg. Here we go. We lift. Again, modification. You can leave hands down for slight support. You can leave toe down. Just don't lean into that foot. I want you to be on your toe very slight. It's helping with balance, but you're thinking crown of the head. Long, collarbones wide, scapular bones are slid into back pockets right now. Inhale and exhale, taking your time on your breath. Pulling that belly button into the spine. Almost there. Come on down, release forward. Well, you can open up those legs, feel the hips release a little bit. Next, we go into both legs are going to be extending straight. Our legs are going to be straight, and we're going to lift up to bend. So we're going to shoot out and pull in. Here we go. We extend, lifting up through the upper body, pulling those knees in a bent position. Extend and bend. Too much work. You can give a little bit of support here or leaving fingertips on the mat. Take some of the tension out. I'm going to leave my arms forward, more than halfway there. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Almost there. One more move, and we're done with our circuit completely. We rest. Last move, feet go to sky. We're going to have our feet in a V position, but it's going to be stable. It's not going to move around. So about this far apart. We're going to lift through the upper body, reaching through those hands. Here we go. We lift up. Try to lower down, but don't come all the way down. We leave that chin tucked, keeping the pressure off of the neck. Leaving the legs up to the sky, keeping that space uniform. Neck's bothering you, going into a little bit of support through fingertips, but elbows are wide. We're not pulling our elbows in and yanking on that skull. The position in our neck doesn't change. Almost there. Close. Last one. And you're done. Ooh, rest those legs down. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart towards the corners of your mat. Hands come down on the floor, and we take our time, drawing both knees to the right side, feeling that left hip picking up but connected in the core to spare your back. We want to protect our back while we're in rotation. Take a couple breaths. You're going to feel your inner thigh, outer thigh, hip flexor, back, sides, obliques, everything getting a nice little stretch here and release. Use abdominals to draw knees right back up to center line, and then we drop knees to the other side. Let the knees get heavy, lower down as far as you can into that stretch. Thinking lifting through right hip, connecting in core. Body releases in this stretch. Go ahead and connect to the abs tighter, pulling those knees up to the sky. We're going to pull our knees into our chest. We're going to roll like a ball if you're comfortable doing this. If you feel yourself kind of landing splat, omit this movement. You want to stay nice and curved. It should be a nice fluid move. Rolling back, not onto the neck, just to the shoulders. All the way up, one more time. And we lift. And you're finished. If you want to do any more stretching, please feel free while you're down here on the mat. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Great job today. Take care.